This is Married to the Music, the stories behind the artist you know, told by the partners who live it every day. Today we have Anna Wright on the podcast, who is wife to Chase Wright. And y'all, she has the most amazing story, and she's the most amazing hairstylist. And I can't wait for you guys to hear about her and her own business, how she met Chase, and everything in between. I know you're gonna love her just as much as I did. Here's Anna. Okay, so Anna, I want to just kind of start off with welcome to Married to the Music.
Thank you.
I'm so excited that you are here with us today.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yay! It's very pink, very loud, very fun. But I just want to start off with where you're from. Are you from California originally?
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about what part of California you're from.
I'm from, I always say Pasadena, but I'm actually from a small town called Laverne. I love where I grew up. It was literally perfect. My two best friends from kindergarten are still my best friends. We're seeing them on Sunday, which is just incredible. And then all my other really close friends are from middle school or high school, and I'm still like besties with them. So
wait, that's like so unheard of. I feel like as we get older as adults,
right?
Like I have like a few of my really good friends. I have my sister that's like my best friend, and then like my really close friends are from my high school too. So I love that you have your close friends still.
No, I really hit the jackpot with them. Like they're freaking awesome. And then Chase has got to know them so well too, which is just like we're all like a group of friends. We're all the girly pops, including Chase.
Oh, I love that. That's the best. That's when you know you found a good one that could join the girly pops.
1,000%, yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have a little brother. He's 18. He's actually going to USC, so in California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he leaves August 15th or something. So I'm heartbroken but I'm so excited for him. But I'm going to miss him so much. He's like literally the best kid ever. And then my little sister goes to University of Tennessee. She's just graduating, and then probably will move back to Franklin area where we're at. So
that's perfect area. My boyfriend went to UT, and I love
no
going there. Yeah, it's
Everyone,
so fun.
Like seems like they have the best time. Every once in a while, I'm like, man, I like kind of wish I went there.
I feel that. I went to Belmont, which is like a very small school here, like an artsy type school, and they didn't have football. And I was like visiting all my friends on the weekend, being like, can I pretend?
Dude,
to
that's
like?
What I did. I didn't go. I went directly to cosmetology school. So like my best friend went to UCLA, and I was like, all right, what are we doing this weekend?
Yeah, you're like, what sorority am I a part of? What am I doing?
100%. I was like, do I pretend I'm you? Like, how do I get into this party?
Wait, I love that. And then talk to me about the cosmetology school, because that is like so amazing. As we've talked about, your hair,
thank you.
Perfect, beautiful, plug it, all the things. Like, tell me everything.
Oh, thank you. Well, so my mom was such a huge inspiration. It's so funny because I followed her footsteps in so many ways, even down to like working at Chili's. And then we went to the same college, and then I just saw her go to work every day and like actually love her job, which that's pretty rare to find. And so I just like knew from since I was a little kid that I was going to do hair. And I mean, going to get into work and like make people feel good about themselves, like that's priceless.
That is priceless.
And so yeah, I love the girls I work with. I love that I get like dress cute. I get to do my own hair and just all the things. And I just have the best job in the world. Like I would never change. I can't even imagine doing anything else.
Well, I love that. And I love what you said about making like other people feel good, because that is so true. Like I've never felt better than when I walk out of a hair salon.
Dude,
I'm like, girl, like I need to go to Target. I need to go walk around. Everyone needs to see my hair. We need to go back to Chili's though, because I have an affinity for Chili's. Like the triple dipper, like my, like every like high school event. I remember we had a Chili's right next to it. So we'd go there after. My parents had their first date at Chili's.
Dude, no way.
Yes. So you worked at Chili's growing up?
And with all my best friends. So Julia, Bella, Molly, our friend Ethan, like it was the time of our lives, and it was during COVID, so it was only to go. So it was just us in the whole restaurant. And then we just like take the orders out. Like we were blasting music. It was so much fun. Like so much fun.
Wait, I'm jealous. That sounds like the best thing ever. Wait,
No,
what's
really
like so what's your triple dipper order?
Well, okay, so the last day I worked, I was like, oh my God, I'm just gonna like order everything, like the whole menu. I had to go home early because I was so sick. Like I had to like tell my manager like, hey, do you mind if I like go home a little early? Like I really don't feel good. But anyways, definitely mozzarella sticks, the little like mini sliders, the chicken tenders, and then like finishing off with I don't know what they call it, like the Suki cookie thing.
Oh, girl,
you know?
yeah.
Or the lava cake.
The lava cake is a go-to, like the hitting the hard chocolate on the top of it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, wait, I love that. Did you partake in like the margarita situation too,
No,
like the happy hour?
I wasn't 21, but we had to bring them to people, and you have to shake it a certain amount of time. So like when it did open back up, we'd have to shake it like 21 times, which is so humbling. I'm just like, hey, how's your guys' day? Like it just not, yeah.
Did you ever spill one?
No, thankfully it was only like kind of to go and just like runners and stuff. I never was serving. So
Okay, that's good. I would have definitely spilt it if I had to shake it that many times. I'd be like, oh, here we go. It's everywhere now. I want to go into then, let's talk about Nashville. How did you get to Nashville from California?
So it's actually a really cute story. My dad played for the Nashville Salons, and he was dating my mom, and they were both like 18 years old, and my mom wasn't allowed to travel alone to see him. So she'd bring like her entire family. And so for the longest time, they're like, this is such a good place. Everyone's so kind here, kind of like, haha, we should move here. And I have a huge family. My dad has 8 siblings. My mom has 4.
Gosh.
And then, not to get super complicated, but 2 of my mom's sisters married 2 of my dad's brothers. So
wait.
Yeah.
That's like a
not
dream
like
scenario.
Or anything
No.
weird.
No, I was going to say that's like a dream scenario for sisters, because then it's like you marry brothers and then
like,
you're one big family.
all my cousins are super close. We're double cousins. We all have the same last name. We have the same grandparents. It's so sick. It's
Wait,
like the
that's
best thing
so
ever.
fun. I love that.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome. So then they kind of convinced everyone to move to Tennessee, and it was always in the talks, but I didn't think it was like actually going to happen. And then almost 3 years ago, they were like, okay, we're moving. And I was like, oh, I'm not ready. And so I actually got an apartment with one of my close friends and stayed in California. And then I think another full year went by, and I was like, I'm ready. And I just brought like 2 luggages. I like honestly left everything at home. Just like one day it clicked in me. I was like, I'm ready to move in. Honestly, it's the best decision I ever made in my life. And I was so scared to do it, you know?
That is scary. That is really, really scary. But it was nice to have your family here, like you said.
Oh, for sure. And like everyone, the aunts and uncles and all, they moved too.
Wait, I'm obsessed
And
with
the
this. I
cousins.
wish my family would all move here. They're all in Florida and have like all the, not as big as
Florida's
your
hard to
family,
leave.
but like all the cousins and everything.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I love that so much. What was it like when when it finally clicked that Nashville was like this place that you wanted to go for you?
I don't know. There was just this moment in me, like, I built my career in California to, like, honestly where I wanted it to be. I had amazing clients. I loved the salon I'd work at. I'd, like, go back there in a heartbeat. It was awesome. I mean, there was really nothing that, I was, like, trying to get away from. Just one day, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. And I actually booked my flight. I had a flight planned and booked it even earlier, which is crazy.
Wait.
I don't know. I feel like I just was like, I might as well go now while I'm, like, excited about it, or I'm going to, like, start second-guessing this, you know?
Yeah, and then what was it like finding a new career and stuff here? Obviously still in hair, but was that like a little bit of a hard thing at first? Because I know
Honestly,
it's probably...
Yeah. It was pretty hard. I mean, going from being fully booked and then having to come here and be like, I swear I'm good at hair. And like that was pretty humbling, like really.
Yeah.
And then I interviewed at a bunch of places, and pretty much there's commission and booth rental, and everything in California is booth rental, and everything in Tennessee is commission. And so that was also different for me to realize, I'm going to have to go to work 5 days a week on their exact time and schedule and just sit there and have no one. And where I'm used to booth rental is you kind of only go in when you have clients. And it's just like completely different. And so I remember just like sitting there, and I like don't sit down. And so, but I had to.
Yeah.
Because I had nothing to do. So thankfully my cousins were here and we just did so many fun things. So it ended up being okay. But it was pretty humbling. Like it really was.
That is hard to like go back and forth trying to figure out like, you're like, oh wait, I am good. I promise I'm here. Yeah. I'm just new here. I love
exactly. Like when someone has an open book, it almost looks suspicious. Like you're like, wait, why can they take me tomorrow? You're like, are they not good? But I was like, I promise you guys.
You're like, I'm from California, girl.
Yeah,
like,
right?
That's like the beauty
Everyone
capital.
Hates Californians up until they need their hair done.
Exactly.
And so then I was like, all right.
Do you have a crazy like story from one of your clients that like you had doing their hair and you're like, oh girl, like you're blacklisted from me ever again?
I think the only situation that genuinely made me feel uncomfortable is I was in a suite. So I couldn't find a salon I was obsessed with, which is kind of funny because I'm the type of person where kind of happy wherever I'm at, you know? And it just wasn't working, and everything kind of fell into place perfectly. Like things that where I thought this salon I was going to love, I just had a feeling that it wasn't right, and it ended up closing down a week later. So little like God winks throughout the whole time was super cool.
That is cool.
But then, so I went to a suite, which is kind of sketch because you're in a room alone, no window, and no one's like, everyone's door shut, right?
Yeah.
And I just remember one time a client completely turned her chair around and started asking a bunch of questions about Chase, and then also my cousin who's an influencer, in like a really creepy way. And like, how often do you have a client like turn the chair around and like look you in the eye,
When you
know?
said turn the chair around, I literally have goosebumps in a negative way. I don't like that.
So that was the only time I was like, wow, she like genuinely just made an appointment to get tea, but it wasn't even like tea, like, oh, where do you guys live? Where do you do? And I was like, oh, I'm scared right now. Thankfully, it was only a consultation. I was like, yeah, I just don't think I'm the best stylist for you. And it was an easy let go.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Anna. That sounds awful. That literally sounds so creepy.
You know, when you say it out loud, I'm like, actually, that's really weird.
Yeah, you're like, that is really weird. The turning around for me, the 360.
Yeah.
Well, you brought him up, so let's talk about the story. I know he's in the room with us, but how did you meet Chase?
So he actually was the first one to pop up on my Hinge. Which is
no way.
Yes.
Wait, I love that. Okay, I had a guest yesterday and they were talking about they were the first person to pop up on Tinder. So I love it.
It
I'm here
was
for
meant
it.
to be. I mean, I had the app before when I first moved and I went on a few dates and I was like, you know when it like gets to the point where you delete the app? Because I was like,
you're like, girls, we need a refresh.
Yeah, no, literally delete the app for a few months. Then I'm like, all right, I can come back. And so when I re-downloaded it, he was the first one to pop up. And I was like, man, this guy is really good looking. And yeah, we just hit it off from there. He messaged me and then we're kind of going back and forth pretty quickly. So he was like, hey, do you want to FaceTime? And I was in bed and like not in a good looking way. Like I was in bed, big t-shirt, like messy hair and no makeup on. And I was like, I don't know anyone. I have nothing to lose. I'm going to answer this call. And I go to bed at 9 and we talked till like 2 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Which was so sick. We just had so much to talk about. And then later he DM'd me and I saw the blue check mark and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I answered this call with no makeup on. I look so bad. And and not that like I would have changed who I was. So maybe I would have curled my lash or something.
Girl, put some lipstick on.
Yeah,
I feel
right?
you. Yeah.
So, yeah, then we just like hit it off from there.
Yeah, wait, that's crazy. Okay, so you didn't know he was an artist at the time when you first. Okay, so what was it like when you figured that out? Did you go to all your sisters and cousins and were like, oh my gosh, he's an artist, he's in country music?
I was like sending screenshots in the chat. I was like, we're like looking him up and I like freaking love my cousin because she should join the FBI. Like genuinely, I'm more like, wait, really? Like, they'll send all the information to me. And the stuff she was sending me, she was like, yeah, anyways, he sang like a national anthem when he was 5 years old at this event. And like, I'm like, bro, how did you know that?
His blood type is this. Yeah,
100%. So it was really nice too, though, because I feel like we could like learn so much about him from that. And then it's funny because on Google or whatever it says he's like a 35-year-old divorced dad with multiple kids. And so on our first date, I had to send a picture of his ID to like my cousin group chat just to confirm.
That he wasn't that person.
I think like he was 27 at the time, so yeah, not 35.
Wait, that is hilarious. I love that. You gotta love that the family is behind you and it has your best interest at heart. So when you did figure out that he was in the spotlight and lived his life in the spotlight, was there any hesitation maybe just because of like you kind of knowing like what was gonna come with that?
I don't know. I feel like I was pretty down for it, and it was really cool because I remember his parents asked me like, how do your parents feel about this? And my parents were like, it's great. You know, where I think so many people, you're like, oh, I'm dating an artist. And they're like, well, what's their real job? Because I feel like I had that happen to me so many times with hair. People would be like, what's your real job? And I'm like, oh, this is my real job, you know?
This is my life.
Yeah. And so because I feel like my parents were always okay with me being creative, they were like so supportive. And like no one is a bigger fan of Chase than my dad. He like goes around the house singing his songs. And I mean, he didn't know who he was before. And he will be like, dude, I thought of this idea. Like, what do you think? And like, he knows every single song. He tells everybody about him. It's just like, it's so cool.
Yeah, I love that. When the dad side's on, that's when you know. Did it help with you said your dad played baseball. Yes. So did it kind of, I know it's obviously not an artist career, but it is like more of an untraditional path. For sure. Like, did that kind of help maybe? Like,
yeah, like, I mean, I think just my parents as a whole, the way they're always like, hey, as long as you're going to try your best at something, really, that's what matters. And I feel like they weren't so strict on following all the stereotypes, which is so, that just made me feel so good. And I feel like I was able to fulfill what I really wanted to do because even I had counselors. Like, I literally had a counselor laugh in my face when I said I wanted to be a hairstylist because I was at, like, an all-girls college prep school, and she was like, why would you want to do that? And so, yeah.
I had the same thing happen. I went to it wasn't all girls, but it was a private college prep school, and I was like, oh, I want to go to Nashville, and I want to be like a Ryan Seacrest, and they go, girl.
Yeah.
What? And they started laughing. I was like, okay, well.
Like, you know, bro.
we had the same company. You know what I mean? Like, we both iHeart. Like, but I love that. So let's talk then about the proposal because I need to know about like the dating and then you recently just got married, right?
Yes, yeah, March 20th.
Oh, well, congratulations. You looked absolutely gorgeous. Seriously.
You.
But let's go back to the proposal of it all with Chase.
Okay. Well, so first date,
Oh, yeah. I was skipping it. We need to go back to the first day. Yeah. Thank you.
I was locked in. Because I was like, okay, you have a kid. I'm going to take this seriously. I'm not going to waste your time and like just be a fling. And so the first date, I was like, what's your credit score? What's your 10-year plan? Just asking all these questions. And then we kind of had the conversation of what does marriage look like? And he was like, I think you should get married in around 2 years. And I was like, okay, great. I love that. And the fact that he literally followed through. So we started dating March 1st. And then 2 years later, we got married March 20th.
Oh, I love that.
And so that was super, super cool. But I think we took things pretty seriously from the start because we both just knew what we wanted. Like on the first date, I was like, oh, I'm going to marry this guy. And then my mom met him later and they stayed up talking. Well, all three of us stayed up talking till 2 a.m. She was quizzing him with like every single question. And just everyone knew that he was the right one. And so the proposal was like incredible. I had no idea.
That's the best. I love that.
Crazy because I'm pretty like aware of things. And so I never have my nails done. And I just happened to get my nails done that morning because we were going to California. And he set it up so perfectly. So they had my whole family fly in early because Thursday was my little brother's 18th birthday. And then Saturday was my cousin Michael, his graduation party. He's going to West Point. So they did it on Friday, but I had no idea. I was like, oh, the whole family's in town for those 2 big events, you know? Right. And then my cousin Sarah is just telling you about she's an influencer, and so she was like, hey, this jewelry company wants me to do this like branding event. Do you want my cousin and then my sister, like all 4 girls, we're gonna be in the photos, it's gonna be great. And so they planned a dress for me, everything, had it perfectly lined up. They're like texting in the chat, hey, are you gonna fake tan? I'm like, nah, I don't have time for this. I like halfway curled my hair. I genuinely had no idea. So we do the full branding photo shoot that was not real. Like she's like in a lineup, let me see your ring, doing everything, and it was not real. And so then we go to our like family country club area, and I'm walking up just thinking, I flip off my heels and I'm like put on the most ratchet flip-flops. And she's like, do you mind if you do one more photo? I'm like, oh sure. So like I just put on another pair of heels, and I'm walking up, and there's this video of they tell me to turn around because she's like, let me see the lighting pose right there, and I turn around and I was genuinely so shocked. And then the best part is I continue to walk up, see my whole family and my 2 best friends I was just telling you about from kindergarten. He flew them out and picked them up at like 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, so I wouldn't know.
Oh my gosh, Anna, I'm gonna cry. That is so sweet. That's like every girl's dream to like have it all planned out like that and not know. It's so hard not to know nowadays.
And I thought
like.
I wanted to know, but I'm so glad I didn't because I didn't have an ounce of anxiety or like the what if like suspense. I just was like, oh my gosh, I was like genuinely confused. I thought it was like a party for something. I was like, why is everyone here? It just still didn't click. And then he was like, today's your day. And I was like, it's my birthday? What do you mean today's my day?
You're like, he got it wrong? It's not my birthday.
I was like, huh? I was so confused.
Wait, I love that so much. Well, you had a beautiful wedding, and it was not that long ago. So talk to me a little bit about some of the details or some of your favorite moments from that special day.
Probably my favorite moment is that Chase planned the entire wedding. Like,
what?
Yeah, bro. Have you ever heard of a guy?
No.
And so he just went above and beyond in so many ways. It was the salon opening day was like very close to when our wedding day was. And so there was just a million things going on. And I just like felt super overwhelmed because there were so many things that like needed me at that time. And so he was just the best. He finish everything, like make the entire menu and then be like, okay, do you like this one or that one? And so it just made my life so easy. I felt like all the weight was taken off my shoulders. And it was just like the best day ever. Everything went perfect. We had the best wedding planner, the best vendors. I literally like don't have anything bad to say about it, which is insane. I feel like you hear things go wrong all the time, you know? Well,
I'm glad they didn't, and it all paid off and it looked beautiful.
Yeah.
And then let's go back to the salon. You said that was opening around like the same time you were getting married. How were you stress level wise? How did you deal with that?
I was crying all the time. It is so funny because like no one would know except for poor Chase. Like I'm just taking it out on him. I mean, I was crying all the time. Just I think feelings of like excitement, overwhelmment, and it definitely felt like a lot, but also I think things that feel like a lot always end up being the best. Like when things are easy, I feel like you almost don't appreciate them enough. And there was so many little things of us having to wait for permits for months upon months. And then, the build out being twice as much as we planned for, and just little things like that felt very overwhelming. But now that it's done, I mean, I talk to Chase all the time. The amount of girls that we even have. So right now I think we have like about 16 girls. And like in my business plan, I would have been lucky to have 5. Like salons don't start off with we're not even 6 months in yet. And then have 16 girls. Yeah.
That's
like,
so
I
crazy.
honestly, like,
That
shed
is, you should
tears
be
on the
really
way to
proud of
work.
yourself. That is
Oh,
so, that
thank
really
you.
is a huge deal. Like
Yeah.
that's,
And they're
girl.
awesome girls too, which that changes everything. Like,
Yeah.
everyone is so kind, and that was what I wanted more than anything, you know?
I feel like because you hear sometimes with hair salons, they can be kind of like sorority-esque, like groups and like
yeah.
catty and things like that. So it's so great to hear that. Like,
Yeah, that was
all your
I
girls are
wanted.
great.
I was like, don't show me your Instagram. I don't even want to see your work as much as I want to know, like, are you a good person? Because
Yeah.
all those other things can be taught and grown from there. And I feel like clients always like, it's such good vibes in here. And I'm like, yes. Like, because you know when you walk in a salon, they like turn around and you're like, oh my God, I'm scared.
You're like, I know I look ugly right now. Just wait till the
just give me 5
after.
seconds. But yeah, everyone is just such a good person that I genuinely like skip into work. I'm like, oh, I love
that
it.
for you. I love that you have like your own career too, because I know
Yeah.
it can be hard when you are married to someone in the spotlight and they're on the road, and then you kind of. I feel like with the podcast, a lot of it is like trying to figure out like giving people purpose and like having them share like how they deal with that, because I'm sure that that can be hard for you. So what are some ways that you really take time for yourself and are able to kind of separate the two things, if that makes sense?
I mean, I think it's pretty nice because we both have really demanding careers. So when Chase is like, hey, I got to do this, at no point am I like, oh, because there's something I also have to do, you know? And so, I mean, I did think it was going to be easier when he left because my dad is a fireman. He just retired. And so I was always used to that lifestyle of my dad working 7 days a week. And so I was like, oh, this is going to be a breeze. Like, I just thought I was going to marry a fireman and not see him and stuff. But now, like, when he leaves, because Chase really is my best friend.
Yeah.
And so that is kind of hard, but then I have stuff to look forward to. I mean, I have 16 girls I get to work with that are amazing. I get to hang out with Asher, my stepson, and so there is so much on my side. And then obviously having like my awesome family, so their support is so huge to have too, you know?
Yeah. And then what is the role of stepping in as the stepmom really looked like for you?
The best thing of my life. Yeah. Like, I love him so much. I always wanted to be a mom, and I feel like God just gave me a kid already. And so, you know, I mean, you never know if you can have kids or not. And so I just feel like I already got everything I dreamt of. And yeah, I mean, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my entire life. Like, I just adore him so much. We're best friends. We just like get each other too. He doesn't talk a ton, but I just like know what he's saying, you know?
Wait, I love as soon as I asked that your face just like completely lit up when you talk about him. He is so cute. How old is he?
He's 3.
He's 3. Yeah. Oh my gosh. 3 is like, they're starting to be like more fun. They're seeing their personalities.
Like, you're a real person.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I used to nanny 3-year-old boys in college, and there were twins. Girl.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I was like, something I noticed about boys compared to little girls is like, little girls will sit there and like they'll play and like they'll color and like so boys are like destroying things.
Okay,
like they're just like ripping things apart.
Is like so chill.
Really?
It's crazy.
Okay, good.
He could like, you could hand him a glass and he'll just place it gently. It's the craziest thing. I've never seen a little boy like that, and he's just so gentle and kind. And I think the craziness he gets is from me. Like, I'll walk in, he's like, ah, I'm like, ah.
I love that. And obviously, I know he's still young, but does he kind of realize what dad does yet? And have you been able to kind of go out on the road maybe with him?
He doesn't fully understand it yet. I think he does get sad when he leaves, but now that, because we didn't live together until we were married, and so now that I live with them, it's like completely changed the dynamic. So when like Chase was just gone this weekend, and he was totally fine. And so that's been like really nice to have. I don't think he gets it yet.
Yeah, it's still too young. Why does it like didn't know if he was interested in music and stuff like that?
Oh, 100%. Like I wish I had my phone last night. Chase was playing guitar and he's sitting there playing guitar. I mean, he is for sure going to be something in music or whatever it is. He was pointing at us like he wants us to get every single guitar down and just play with it, and he'll like sit up there and play the piano, and like I said, he doesn't talk a ton, but he's so freaking smart. And so yeah, he'll 100% be something in music.
Wait, I love
that all the time. It's so cute.
Well, I can't wait to see where he goes with music. Right? That's so fun. Chase needs to bring him out on stage eventually.
100%, yeah.
he's like, oh no. He'll be throwing stuff around. No, he's good. Let's talk a little bit more about the dynamic when Chase is gone, and maybe some of those early on things where it was a little bit more difficult and you kind of had to learn maybe when you guys were dating, like what that routine was going to be like for you guys.
I mean, I feel like Chase is just so trustworthy and like honestly the best guy I've ever met in my life, that I go to bed and I'm like, good night, you know. Not for 1 second am I like worried about anything. He's so good to like after every single show he'll FaceTime me and like tell me how it went and stuff. And it's funny because we're both pretty dominant personalities, but we get along so so well. And so we're both just like good. We'll spend the night with my family when he's gone, and so then we get to have like that special time together, and yeah, it always ends up being okay. But I mean, there is times where I'll be home and I'm like, man, I'm so freaking scared right now, you know?
Yeah, I feel that too. I'm like, is that a person or is that just the house creaking? Dude, I don't know.
No, I'm like, we had to get a dog just so I could blame the creaks on the dog, you know? Because I was like,
wait, what kind of dog?
He's a pug. He's not very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really gonna attack Anna.
Well, he's the best guy ever. But I remember it was Chase's idea to get a pug. I thought we were gonna get a big dog, and I was like, because I told him I was like, we have to get a dog before, because I'm scared to stay alone.
Right.
And now we have like full cameras, security, and whatever. But yeah, the pug doesn't do very much. He should try. No, honestly,
the bark would scare someone. I feel like they'd be like, "Oh, a dog's in there." They don't know what kind. You know, that's a good one.
Exactly.
What has it been like with friends and family, like with Chase, like explaining what he does for a living? Maybe I obviously know you have your really close girlfriends and they get it, but what about some like outside friends? Have you noticed that people try to be friends with you to get to Chase or things like that, or have you had good experiences?
I feel like I've been pretty lucky. I also don't go out. So you know what I mean? Like there's not like an opportunity where like my really good friends here in Tennessee I'll like see them at work or stuff like that. There's not opportunities where I've even maybe been put in the position, because I just feel like I have my OG friends, and then I have three really close friends out here that I was friends with before I even started dating Chase. So I just know no one's like, but I mean, there's definitely been situations where I'll see people be really nice to Chase, and I'm like,
you're like, clock it.
Yeah. And then I'll tell them that, and because I think everyone's awesome. Like all the time, I'm like, everyone's great. I always see the best qualities.
I could definitely see that in your personality.
If
like
someone gives me a little bit of a sus, I'm like, normally they're like actually sus, and then I'm kind of being right. Like it always ends up being like they'll do something weird, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
Yeah, you're like, I knew that. My intuition's always correct. Yeah, that is good though. I feel like you have the right way of looking at it too. It's like quality over quantity too, with like friends and stuff, because like that's so hard as like girls too as we get older, because it's like you're not in a place where you're at school and you're able to make friends all the time. So if you're able to really harness those friendships, I think is like so important for a lifetime of friendships going forward.
For sure.
Yeah, I love that. What would some advice that you would give someone? I know you're still early into marriage and things like that, but what would some advice maybe if someone's marrying into the music?
I think it's just so important to have a passion for yourself. And I mean, I will die on the hill for everyone, no matter, even if you're doing that. I mean, because when you have something that you get to do for yourself that you look forward to, even if it's just a hobby or like working out or whatever it is, I think having that for yourself is so important, because I think it's so easy to get wrapped up in stuff for them, which is awesome. Like I love doing stuff for Chase. I think it's so cool. Like anything I can go to for him, I'm like, I'm freaking there. I love it. But also it's cool to be like, when someone asks me what I do, I actually have an answer, you know, and even if that's just being a mom, like that is a full-time job,
for sure,
you know, and like little things like that, just having something that you look forward to yourself, you know.
That's a great answer. And I think that that's like the best way to go about it, because it can be easy to get probably caught up or swept up and go on the road and all great things. But it is important to remember that like, you're like, I need to make sure I'm feeding myself, making sure that I'm good, you know?
For sure.
Yeah. What is life on the road like if you go out on the road with him?
Bro, I'm like, have fun. They get up I mean, they'll get like 3 hours of sleep the entire weekend.
I don't know how they do it.
I'm really nice until I don't have enough sleep. Then I'm evil. He's laughing because he knows.
He's like, it's all fun and games until she doesn't sleep.
No, I mean, the times that I have gone for like with him and stuff, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago when he played at CMA Fest. That's the first time I ever watched him, and it was the coolest experience ever. I couldn't believe it. I was like, people are singing your songs. Like, I tell him all the time, I said, even if one person knows your music, I mean, that is unbelievable. I can't believe it.
It is really
cool. So anytime I've got to like bring my friends, or like my family's gone to shows that I haven't even been there, if he's in like a close city or something. And so the times I can go, I do. And it's just so special. Like it really is. But then other times I'll stay home and be with Asher.
That's the best. That's a good balance, I feel like, too. You get to see the road light, but you're like, okay, girl, I can't wash my extensions on that bus.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I literally was just talking to my one friend. Her boyfriend also does music, and I was like, how do you wash your hair? And she's like, I like literally fog up the entire bus trying to blow dry my hair. I'm like, that's terrible.
Yeah, I would not be able to do that with my frizzy hair. It'd be a whole situation.
Yeah, I already do it at our house. He's like, why is it so smoky in here? I'm like, I don't know. It's weird.
You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. You're seeing things.
Yeah.
Anna, well, you have been literally so amazing.
Oh,
like, this has been the best conversation.
I'm having a grand old time.
Girl, we need to hang out. Like,
right?
Seriously, like the best. But we usually wrap up the podcast with like some rapid fire fun questions. They're kind of like all over the place. Perfect. So amazing. Also, fun fact about Chase playing. I actually saw you at the Strawberry Festival way back in the day in Florida.
No way.
I got to see you perform there. It was like long time ago. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I know. I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I definitely have seen him. Like, it was so cool. Long ago. It was so funny. Very small, like little town in Florida too. It's very funny.
That's crazy. It's a small world.
It is a small world. Okay, so rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Do you prefer happy or sad songs?
Oh, happy all the way.
I can tell from your bag. Best event swag bag you've ever received or stolen from Chase?
I was like only thinking of like hair ones we've got.
You probably have gotten good ones.
Oh, the Indy one. We went to the Indy 500. OMG. I just like briefly mentioned that I like the jacket that Chase got, and one of the girls remembered and then brought it to me the next day, which is crazy. Like, you know, when someone's like, yeah, for sure I'm gonna do that, but a lot of times people don't follow through. Not only did she do that, she brought us like this tote bag I use all the time, and then brought like 6 shirts for Asher and toys. Yeah, like I honestly shed a tear. I couldn't believe that they like even thought about me. And then we got more stuff delivered to the hotel room. It was crazy. I honestly felt famous. I was like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me in my
famous.
Life.
That is so cool.
I was like sending my family vlogs. I'm like, hey guys, look what I got.
Wait, I love that. I also love you have been like doing like vlogs a little bit, kind of, right? Like with like hair care and things like that. Girl, we need to talk because I need help. What is the fastest way to upset you?
Not enough sleep.
Yeah, I guess
or like if I don't have a coffee. Oh God, it's gonna be a bad day.
Are you a rule follower?
Oh, 100%. I'm like the most type A. I have a list, reminders. I
love it. I know you said you don't go out much, but do you have a favorite Nashville bar?
Oh yeah, I love Tin Roof, which is like, I don't know, it's like the first place we went. The one on Demumbrium though.
Yes.
That has like the half rap, half country.
Oh yeah, that is
it's
fun.
like half LA and then the Nashville side. It's like the best of both worlds.
It's like you in a bar.
Yeah, no, that's
California.
What I said. I was like, this is great. I love it here.
I love that too. What is your favorite purchase you've made, big or small?
I'm trying to think. I mean, probably my extensions. I
love that's a good purchase.
Yeah, I got new hair yesterday, so yeah.
It looks good.
Thank
you. What is a weird item that you keep in your bag?
Oh my gosh, you felt how heavy my purse is.
You do have a big purse. I like it though. It's really cute. So
yeah, I love it. It's like so comfortable. I mean, I have everything. I have everything you could ever need. I mean, if we need to like stay overnight, I have like a toothbrush, every like vitamin or medicine you could ever need. Like just it's packed full.
Wait, I love that. That's hilarious. We need to show your bag after because it's cute.
What's in my bag?
Yeah, what's in your bag? Do you have a favorite venue that Chase has gotten to play that you got to go to?
Probably the CMA Fest one, because that was so cool, just especially because it was the first time, and I remember there was other, I guess, famous people that were walking by, and I remember just being like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm like allowed in here. This is wild.
It's like a hometown show in a way too, so that is cool.
In my my whole family got to come and stuff, so that was probably one of my favorites for sure.
I love that. What is a hill that you're dying on?
Oh, I don't know.
I know that's a difficult one.
Yeah, that's a...
My hill that I'm dying on is bring limos back. Where do the limos go?
Yeah, I love a good party bus too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where do they go?
That's a really good one. I don't know. Do you think I have one? I can't even think. I feel like I kind of down every hill. Like I'm pretty passionate. I'm pretty passionate about all the things.
That's a good answer. Yeah. I think that's like a great answer.
Everything that I really believe in, like I really believe in it. You know.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's awesome. I think that's a great answer, and I love that. Okay. Last one. Hardest one. I'm sure you get asked a lot. What is your favorite song of Chase's?
Well, I mean, I would have to say the wedding song he did for us. So he came out, or and it still hasn't came out yet, but he surprised us for the wedding song, which I kind of had a little feeling. I was going to ask, like, what do you want our first dance to be? But I kind of knew deep down he's going to write us a song. And so that was, like, so special. Like, looking around, and I'm not kidding you, the entire room was crying. But for songs that haven't or that have already come out, he has a song called Countryside, and, like, it's my favorite. It's always been my favorite, like, since day one, since he sent it to me. And it's funny because it's kind of a different vibe. It's more like old school, chill country, you know? So, yeah, I love that song.
I love that. Well, Anna, thank you so much for coming on Married to the Music. You've been so amazing.
Aww.
And I'm also so proud of you with your hair salon, because that is really hard in Nashville.
You.
It's so competitive with, like, all of the beauty treatments and things here. So, so you're killing it, girl. We need to get your cards to hand out to all our other wives on the show.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, thank you, Anna. You're the best. So good.